Dr. Kevin Pham, who is the visiting policy analyst at the Heritage Foundation. He joins us now live from Las Vegas, Nevada. Really appreciate you being with us. I guess the concern with the president fast-tracking this vaccine or applying pressure to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration here is that it would essentially call in these special emergency use guidelines. And America's top infectious disease expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci, is saying that that could have an impact on other vaccine trials and essentially bypass some of the safety protocols there. What are your thoughts?
I don't think that he's trying to bypass any of the safety protocols, especially because as part of Operation Warp Speed itself, the companies that are undergoing these trials, they have to enroll at least 30,000 participants for the phase 3 trial. And AstraZeneca is actually going above and beyond. They are aiming to enroll, I believe, 50,000 people. So between AstraZeneca and Moderna, they're going to enroll over 80,000 people to test their vaccines. And that is part of Operation Warp Speed, which is the president's initiative. So I don't think he's trying to cut any corners here. The only thing he's trying to cut out is a lot of the risks that's normally involved on the business side of medicine, on the business side of the clinical science. So that kind of thing does not have very much effect on actual patient safety. And so the actual safety precautions, they're all being followed as far as I know.
And the Democratic National Convention was last week. This week, the Republican National Convention, night one, is happening now. That's getting underway. Is the availability of a vaccine an issue in this election?
It's probably going to be an issue in this election just because everything in an election year is going to have some kind of political angle to it. But I really think that those working in the offices that are involved in this, I think they're more interested in getting a vaccine out. I think they care more about helping the American people than they are about releasing a vaccine for political purposes. That just doesn't really enter the calculus. At least not it's not a foremost consideration for most people working in this field.
Do Americans care more about the availability of a vaccine, or I mean, before the year is up, or is it more about the safety of going through the proper protocols? What do you think is on the minds of American voters when it comes to this?
I think your average person, just not even just an American, but your average human in the world, is more concerned about getting as much speed as possible with getting as much safety as possible. I think everyone just wants something that's effective and safe at the same time. And what we're seeing with Operation Warp Speed is that it is going pretty fast, at unprecedented speed, really. But again, I have to stress this enough: the safety precautions are not being cut out here. They are going through all 3 phases of clinical trials, at least the ones that are registered in America. They're going through this. They're enrolling tens of thousands of participants. They're going to make sure that this is a safe drug. They're not going to release something that's untested. So based on what we're seeing so far, we're getting as much of both things as possible, speed and safety.
All right, Kevin Pham with the Heritage Foundation, we appreciate you being with us.